What's up guys, Luke
and Chris back again with another week in review,
where we talk about the things that have interested us in the world of video games each and every week.
Now, before we get started, be sure to gently tap that like button and subscribe. Helps us out a whole lot and lets us bring these videos to you.
Yeah, don't forget to hit the bell, but with that being said, let's get right into it. All right.
You can hear it. We talk.
Yeah, we talk.
We talk behind your back all the time.
All right, so, and now it's time for the wake-up call, where we talk about the games that we felt were slept on and deserve to be recognized. And this week's game is...
The Long Reach. It is a lovely little pixel adventure game set in a post-apocalyptic world where something has gone terribly wrong and you may or may not be involved in what happened. You're gonna question your reality. You're gonna wonder like what's going on, and it's all eerily based around Christmas, but like the pagan ritual side of Christmas.
Yep.
So
like Krampus Christmas.
Like Krampus does not make an appearance, but it is kind of based around that.
Oh, the pagan roots of Christmas.
Yes, the pagan roots of Christmas. From what I can understand, I finished the game and I still don't entirely understand it, but it makes you want to explore. It makes you want to find those keys to turn on the generator. It's so good. Merge Games did a fantastic job with this game.
Yeah, this game looks like, and I've seen you play it, this game looks like a sort of like a Silent Hill sort of game. Just like in a just like cute pixel sort of
a little less action, a little more adventure. But, but a lot of good. There are sequences where you do have to like hide and outsmart someone that you see them. They chase them in the commercial.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really good if you want to look through. There's a lot of good visual storytelling in it. You can kind of tell from the trailer. But if you don't want to visual storytell, you can just go through their computers and yeah, you'll learn all about the story.
Heck yeah! So this one looks pretty cool, and Chris obviously has approved.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, it's available on Switch, PlayStation, and I believe Xbox. I couldn't find a straight answer on that, but I've heard it's on Xbox, and it's like $3.
But what are we gonna get it on?
Nintendo Switch.
No, Nintendo Switch. I mean, like,
that's
dude, a total
you got
Switch
a pixelated game, dude.
Yeah,
I'm getting all comfy thinking about my Switch. It's sitting right there.
Yeah. Where is it?
Oh, you want me to say hi?
No. Yeah. Let's say hi.
This is my Switch. I know what you're thinking. That just looks like a normal Switch, Chris. How can I tell that's your Switch?
Oh yeah.
It's got its own nice beanie.
Yeah.
That's how.
Very nice. We do.
Yeah, nice.
We do love your Switch very, very much, and I love my Switch too. And we just feel like it's the best system to play things like that on.
Absolutely.
So.
You can take it anywhere, dude.
Yep,
take it anywhere. But this is not a paid sponsorship by Switch or Nintendo. This is our first news piece, and it is...
We will say that, just before we get into the next thing, we will say that the Nintendo Switch isn't all good, because I would never play The Witcher on it, and there's a lot of games that
You wouldn't play Switcher?
I would not play Switcher. Switcher sucks. There's a lot of like games that got ports. I
think The Witcher kind of sucks in general.
Yeah, but oh god, yeah, dude, straight up
crucified.
Straight up. Moving on, we got Elden Ring. Just came out, and
it's a hot topic.
Man, everybody is super excited about Elden Ring. Is there anyone here that's excited about Elden Ring?
I'm probably gonna check it out,
okay,
because it seems like it's a little bit more accessible than Dark Souls.
Yeah.
And like Dark Souls is fun, and I've beaten and played Dark Souls.
Yeah.
But I was so bored, I just did it so I could say I've beaten it.
Really?
Yeah, like it's such a boring game. This hair's bothering me. It's such a boring game with like.
Yeah, I mean, so with Dark Souls, it's such a grindy game.
It's very grindy, and that's kind of what Bloodborne fixed. It was like Bloodborne is fast paced, it's aggressive.
Yeah.
But it's still tough. Is way cooler.
But it's still tough as nails, and you have to grind.
It's tough as nails, and you have to practice and get good at it. But you don't have to like grind to continue the story. You can do the story straight shot.
Oh, okay.
Like you can even run past some enemies. Are you going to be a little low level? Yeah, but like you kill the enemies you need to kill and go where you need to go.
I'm feeling
Dark
Bloodborne.
Souls is like, you gotta go who knows where to get who knows what so you can kill who knows who.
I'm not feeling Dark Souls.
I'm not feeling Dark Souls. And I'm
feeling
hearing...
Bloodborne, and I heard the Elden Ring is kind of more Dark Souls than Bloodborne.
It's weird, because I heard it was more like Bloodborne of Tsushima.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we have some totally different reviews going on here, but
we do.
Regardless, the people that have played it said that it's a fantastic game.
It got a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
It's up there with Horizon 5.
Yep.
Racing game and Dark Souls. They both got 10 out of 10.
Yep.
Who would have thought, dude?
But, you know,
crazy.
There was kind of an interesting thing with the release of this game. We had a technical review by a super popular channel called Digital Foundry. And if you like tech analysis, like with ray tracing and graphical stuff and just like frame rate and, you know, how well each console stacks up against each other, they're a fantastic channel to check out. I'm not going to link their channel in the description because they got enough subscribers. We need some subscribers.
Yeah,
so
they got sponsors.
You can look them up. You'll find them right away.
That's a sick set piece.
They did a whole technical analysis, and they kind of found a interesting thing with Elden Ring on the PS5. They actually found that the PS4 version on PS5 ran better than the PS5 version on PS5. So we just thought that was kind of an interesting thing. Not a whole lot of people are talking about it. I'm sure by this time this video gets put out, they'll probably have already patched it, but
for sure.
It's just kind of silly to me that they would mess up the PS5 version like that bad that the PS4 version would have to be purchased in order to
it doesn't
for it to play.
I've seen it on the PS5. It runs fine with like no graphical issues.
Okay.
I think it's just the frame buffs.
I also think that
I
also think that Digital Foundry is like, it's like that really nerdy friend of yours that's like, but it has frame drops in the middle of the battle with the dragon. Like, it's like, I didn't notice those frame drops. I wouldn't have noticed those frame drops unless you told me about those frame drops.
Yeah.
So I think it's a matter of that. We just thought that it was kind of interesting, and we wanted to share it with you because, quite frankly, I don't have a whole lot to talk about. So moving on, we got the next one, which is actually one of the most exciting pieces that
especially for a shop.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yes.
I love good design. And those just look so cool.
So we got the, so I'm going to start here.
Okay.
So we got the announcement and the design of the PSVR 2. This announcement happened earlier this week. We now know exactly what the PSVR 2 looks like.
Is this confirmed?
Yes, this is confirmed. This is from Sony, so this is official what the PSVR 2 is going to look like.
I like it.
And there's a lot here. I mean, I play VR more than you do.
That's true.
But there was a few things that I kind of wanted to point out, and then of course you can share what you're seeing too. But what I'm seeing right out of the gate is the design hasn't changed, which is fantastic because the PSVR IMO is the very most comfortable headset that you can buy because the pressure of the headset is actually placed on the top pad instead of like a goggle effect where it's like smushed against your sinuses. So that's amazing. It does have a wire coming out downward, which I'm kind of confused on. I don't really quite understand why, because I mean, in this day and age when you're a couple of generations into VR, everyone knows that you put the wire up. Is my only pet peeve.
Do you think
why would you put the wire down?
Do you think the masses install something above their head to keep the wire above them? Or do you think the masses just buy it, sit on the couch and go doodly doo?
I think that they buy it and they sit on the couch and do diddly do, but after a while, if they really do like PSVR, and they're investing
a true PSVR fan,
and they're investing in the new PSVR 2, right? So they've probably already had the first one. Now they're getting the second one.
That's fair.
They're gonna have a setup that's like at least sort of wire managed. And then they may have a Quest as well. I mean, I think it's weird that they would have it going downward. That's all. You could have it going up, and then you have the ability to do the wire management. But if it's but if it's not being wire managed, it still goes down. Whereas if you have it going down and then you want to wire manage it up, you have to like space it right and like put a clip there like we did in the store. So.
What I am seeing is the Ring, which to me makes me think there's hand tracking technology, like finger tracking.
Yes.
I don't know why else they have that Ring.
So I don't know if they announced about finger tracking. I'll check on that, but I do know that they have adaptive triggers in the controllers. So that is a thing that they carried on from the DualSense. It does have inside-out tracking, so no camera. God, if you guys could see Chris's hair right now, no camera on this one. So we have inside-out tracking, so it doesn't need any external like tracking devices, which is much needed for the PSVR.
Yeah, you can play it anywhere that way.
Yeah, Controllers are pretty simple, very similar to the Oculus Quest, or actually the original Oculus controllers.
Look at
very
those
similar in a lot of ways. Yep.
That's gonna be so comfy.
Exactly. So that's kind of the final thing. Actually, no, there's one more thing that I wanted to show, and it's in the front here on the top lip. There's actually a vent.
Nice.
Exactly. So
this is why I like.
There's still speculation going on.
A lot of reasons to not like Sony as well.
It could be two things, and I want it to be the latter. But the first thing is it could be because this has extra processing power inside of it. So it needs to cool the processor that's inside of it. The second possibility is it's to let air in from the outside and blow it into the actual headset itself so it doesn't fog. Like, that's the biggest issue.
I don't know about an active blower, but I get a vibe like it's ventilated like properly. So where it's a lot more comfortable and it has more breathability.
Yeah. I don't care if it's like a fan or not. I just want it to not fog up.
Yeah.
That's like a huge issue with VR headsets is when you start getting active into VR, which like most fun VR games are very active, your headset lenses will fog up. And I just deal with it most of the time, but like it still sucks. It's a big inconvenience. So it's really nice to see that they're hopefully doing something about that. I
love the design on the controllers.
Yep. Yeah.
It's so visually Sony's really good at visually satisfying things.
Especially
and look at the build quality on the notch on the back there. Like, this is going to rival like better PC headsets just because of how comfortable and long term you could probably play it.
That's what the first one did for me. I mean, I was kind of in the PSVR camp, like way into like PC VR, and I always thought that the PSVR was just fantastic. And then I started experiencing wireless with the Quest, and my opinions have changed over time. Now I think PSVR is just really out of date, and we need this.
Well, it's a pretty early VR system. It's like 14? 12?
Yes, but it's using technology from the like early 2000s.
Oh, is it?
Because they brought over the Move controllers with PSVR 1.
Right. Yeah.
And it's all light tracked, which is it's just not a very good way of tracking. So you have to have certain light conditions in the room. And
but think about the PlayStation VR and a PS4, like Pro, you know, and then think about a computer VR system that came out the same year, which is going to be easier to use.
The PSVR.
Yeah, because the computer one's probably already out of date to the point you can't even use it.
Right, but
like Joe has a Rift S, and he never plays it because it's like out of date already.
Well, the Rift S is a terrible headset, but the Quest is a great headset because it's standalone. So it doesn't need PC, but it can.
The Quest 2, right? Not the first Quest or the first
1 and 2.
Okay.
They can both be connected to PC. So yeah, well that's why I'm here, is to educate you on VR stuff, and hopefully educate the viewer a little bit too. But so I think I've said what I want to say. Looks comfortable. We're super excited for it.
It's gonna be sweet.
I think it's gonna be very good for
the games are probably gonna be really good.
Yeah, the games are gonna be awesome, and then hopefully we'll have good backwards compatibility. That's another thing with PSVR is if they don't get backwards compatibility right, I think there's going to be a lot of ticked off VR adopters because it's already a niche market. To make it so you can't play the old ones on the new system. It's just gonna really hinder the growth. But I think they're smarter than that. I think they're gonna do just fine. Moving on. So we got just a quick announcement. For all you Zelda fans out there, you can now Zelda on more consoles than you can imagine. Majora's, I know it sounds like I wrote this
Switch
down.
Didn't already have enough Zelda games on it. Like, it doesn't have games from the Wii, the NES, the Super Nintendo. I'm pretty sure there's like a GameCube one on there. Maybe not.
Dude, Zelda's got a Zelda, man.
N64 Zelda. Majora's Ocarina's already on the Switch.
Yeah.
Now this is on there.
Yeah.
And then there's Breath of the Wild. That's a Wii U
Adventure
game.
of Link.
Adventure of Link.
Skyward Sword.
All right, you guys don't get to talk at all.
Breath of the Wild.
You're
Breath
done.
of the Wild 2.
Yeah, Zelda fans, you're done. I don't want to hear you say anything about, oh, we don't have enough Zelda games. You're good.
Holy sh**. That's a lot of Zelda games.
Way too many Zelda games.
So yeah, we just kind of want to let you guys know that Zelda Majora's Mask is actually available right now. So if you are looking to play that on your Nintendo Switch, and by the way, Nintendo Switch N64 emulation as of late has improved a lot.
Has it?
So
like
yes,
older ones too?
Yeah.
Cool. So Nintendo's not just dumping and leaving.
Yeah, they're
like, I'm gonna make this worth playing.
Yeah.
That's right. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo's always known for quality, so it's very seldom that you like hear that there's like a technical issue with a Nintendo game.
Like the Wii wouldn't have succeeded if it wasn't by Nintendo. Like if some company came in with the Wii and they didn't have Nintendo games, it would have flopped.
Yeah, it would have been terrible.
But it became one of the biggest selling consoles of all time.
Until the Switch came out.
Yeah.
All right, so
passing your own personal record. So
that is it for that, and now it's time for Limited Run News! This week, just like every other week, we have some Limited Run news. And by the way, I just want to say this, like, we are fans of physical. We love physical editions of video games. Limited Run is a company that has been doing physical editions of video games, and we want to see them thrive into the future. We may not agree with everything that they do, but the reason why we do Limited Run news is because we want to see more of this. We want to see more companies. We want to see more developers making physical copies of their games. So just wanted to make that quick disclaimer, but our first game is called Shadow Man. This is a N64 game remastered. It's basically an N64 cult classic. And Chris?
The reason it's a cult classic is because it's based off the Shadow Man comic book series by Valiant Comics, I believe it is. The game was announced in 1997 on the N64, but later released for Windows, and also eventually got a PlayStation and Dreamcast version a few months later.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do remember seeing that on PlayStation.
Yeah, it's made by Acclaim, which is... Isn't that just LJN?
It's LJN, but a much better version.
Yeah. It's LJN and T-Side.
There's a lot of Acclaim games from back in the day that I hold dear to my heart. And this one actually looks really fantastic.
Acclaim has some of my favorite games.
I've never personally played Shadow Man, but this actually looks
I'm going to play this, just for the art style.
I kind of like the action here. This looks really fun. You're kind of like dungeon crawling almost like a sort of Diablo kind of vibe to it from a third-person view. This looks fun. I mean, this is one that I might actually scoop.
But yeah, Night Dive, I think, so there was a remaster, and I'm pretty sure that's the one that they're making physical. Night Dive Studios is the one doing this one, which they had another remaster. I don't have it in my notes, but Night Dive has made a lot of great remasters.
Okay.
Very faithful to the original. I don't know about for Switch.
Okay.
So this was originally on the Xbox.
Okay.
And Microsoft OS, I believe. And now it's being made physical, and most things through Limited Run, they get a Switch port.
Switch release.
Because God is good! And so is the Switch, mother! Yeah! I love the Switch. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Night Dive.
Yeah,
I love their logo.
So good, so good. So this guy has a regular release, so it has a Switch release and a PS4. Has a standard release coming out at a cool $34.99, as well as a nice classic edition at $64.99. Just a slight tad above the temperature that I like. But
you get one of these?
What's that?
You get one of these for the shop?
I think I might actually get one of these for the shop. It's pretty. I know that's the issue is I get them and then you buy them and we don't get to show them off.
Well, get two.
I'll get two of them.
And I'll buy one.
How's that?
I'll give you the money like as soon as I get paid.
Yep.
So I want this.
This looks really cool.
I love the artwork. It's like super demented.
Yes, and I feel like we've had some limited run stinkers. With the collector's editions,
because they're busy with this, man.
They're like overpriced and they're like not giving you a whole lot of stuff. This one, I'm like, hell yeah! Like I'll pay double, $64.99, and I get a functioning retro cartridge.
A little bit late on
display. You know what I said.
I know he didn't mean it.
I didn't mean.
But yeah, you get a soundtrack, which I'd have to assume the soundtrack is good.
Yep.
This retro cartridge, I feel like we could possibly repurpose into like a real cartridge.
Right, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. And
I don't want you to do that to mine, but that's super sick.
I like the cast iron ones that they do better though. Like why would I put this into a plastic blue cartridge?
Honestly, because they did that for like Doom and Pod Racer, and those metal carts really fit those games. And honestly, I feel like a metal cart really would have fit the aesthetic of this one. It's very grungy and very like industrial and.
Yeah, so
I think a metal cart would have worked pretty well, and then it wouldn't be that logo. It would be the thing he has in his chest, and it would like come out of the metal cart.
Yeah,
but I think they might have just rushed production on this one a little bit.
Yeah, so that's like, all right, so that's why I'm kind of torn on this one. The more I look at it, because those Doom carts were cast iron, and it was like engraved.
But they were also like $90, weren't they?
I don't think so. I think they were like $65.
Oh, that was the resale market that was $90.
Yes.
I got you.
Because by the time you get it, it's worth like 30% or more.
Yeah.
So I feel like they almost kind of cut a corner here. It feels a little.
Listen,
I feel a little gypped now.
I'm not gonna say. I still want it.
Yeah, I still want
it for just the posters.
I still want it, but dang.
I'm trying to give Cora nightmares every time she looks up at my wall. I got Silent Hill 3.
Oh yeah. Doom. Yeah, but just a bunch of.
Opens her eyes and just like, you don't need a sleep paralysis demon. You've got my posters.
Yeah, poor soul. So physical copy of Shadow Man. So this one, the classic edition. I know I didn't really say it, but it comes with physical copy of Shadow Man classic edition box. Non-functioning retro Shadow Man cartridge, and it does say display only ! So I'm assuming it's not.
They're not trying to confuse anyone.
Yeah, they're not trying to dupe anyone, because I'm sure they got that with the cast iron ones a lot. 18 by 24 double-sided Shadow Man poster and the remastered official soundtrack. So this one is probably one I will be ordering this week. Now,
twice.
Moving, yeah, twice for sure. We definitely clarified that. Next game.
Oh, there's another one?
Yep, we got two today for limited run, and our second game is Summertime Madness.
Oh yeah.
Summertime Madness is a single-player, first-person puzzle game, and I still can't remember the name of that game that I was gonna compare it to. It's like the
atmosphere is so cool.
Clockwork Layer.
Layer of the Clockwork?
No.
I was gonna say that's not right at all.
No, never mind. It's a puzzle first-person game. So I imagine a lot of puzzle solving, and not a whole lot of action, but the story is what captivates you and keeps you in. Mm-hmm.
And the atmosphere alone, to me.
Yep.
I love the atmosphere.
Small summary of the game: the player in the role of a painter who has made a deal with the devil has to find his way back to the real world after being cheated and trapped into the canvases. So I guess the canvases is the setting. Now this chick looks kind of scary. She's obviously like the main antagonist of the story. But this one is just a standard edition, and It's only coming out on the PS4 and PS5.
Witness?
No Switch.
It gives me Witness vibes. Is it the Witness for you?
No. It's this weird game. It's like it's a puzzle game, first person, just like this, and it's like a mechanical robot, and it's petting a cat. It's such a weird.
Oh, I know it too.
It's on PS4.
Yeah, I just don't. I'm not about to Google mechanical robot.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. But this one looks pretty cool. Probably won't pick it up personally. Just because it's not really my cup of tea. What's that?
Stray? No, that's a PS5 game.
No. Yeah.
All right, we'll leave it.
Just give it up, yeah. So I might not pick this one up, but if you do want to pick it up, it's only $34.99, and it is available right now.
And on the PS5.
Yep.
Cool.
Absolutely.
I might pick it up. I like those games when I want to chill out.
Yeah. It's just, I feel like you would actually really enjoy that game.
Yeah, I do. I like those games.
So,
I just played one called like Beta Fatellum or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I showed it to you. Mm-hmm. It's got PS1 aesthetics. It's like super weird, and you're just like helping kill people, but they want to die. So it's like, yeah, it's very morbid, very fun.
So, moving on. So I didn't write it down in the notes, but I thought just now, like, should we talk about Horizon Forbidden West? What do you think?
Sure, yeah.
I mean,
do you have things to talk about?
I have a few opinions. Like,
I think people are being a little harsh on the character design.
Yeah.
Like,
with the beards and stuff.
It's facial hair. It's peach fuzz.
Oh no. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's peach fuzz.
Peach fuzz? That's a freaking hipster beard.
Do you think...
That is a groomed beard, my friend.
Do you think that they have... What images are you looking at? Because I'm looking at official game images.
Maybe
I think you might be looking at some doctored images. It's peach fuzz, and the light catches it a lot because her hair is red.
Oh.
But do you think that they have Gillette in post-apocalyptic future? Dude, think about it. It's detail.
Yeah, but like
that we've never achieved before.
I'm not gonna go into it, but like
it's detail. And it's anatomy.
So are you positive though? Like, are you positive that you can't put a beard on her?
You could.
Yeah, you
could put a beard on. Like, women grow facial hair.
Yes, I know, but like,
and they don't shave it because like they don't shave it like we do because that is how.
It grows and thickens.
And that's they don't want that. So usually they do have like a lot of peach fuzz, but you just don't see it.
Like the image I saw, she had a full-on lumberjack hipster beard.
She doesn't have that in the game.
Really? Okay.
No.
So like that was a Twitter strikes, dude. Twitter strikes again, bro. Like,
what was the caption?
No, there was no caption. That's what threw me off. It was just a picture of her with a giant beard.
Oh man!
And I was like, okay. I mean,
man. So her peach fuzz is more. So this is why some video games maybe don't need to strive for like photorealism, is because like, you know, sometimes photorealism is like not great.
Yeah.
Humans have a lot of flaws, and if I think it's cool they want to show that in a character.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like a 4K movie. Like, you're not hiding any blemishes. You're not like, everything is out there.
And the beard thing is a joke. Like, it's a joke that people made, and some take it seriously, some don't. But it does deserve to be said, is some people out there think that women don't grow facial hair, and when they have facial hair, they think it's gross. And, you know, those people need to get out of their mom's basement.
Dude, have you seen The Greatest Showman?
Yeah.
Dude, the beard chick's cool, man.
Yeah, she's cool.
I mean, like, I probably wouldn't ask her on a date, but, you know, like, she's cool. She's beautiful in her own way.
Yeah.
You know, that's awesome.
It's just like, you know, making people feel... Because here's how it is. Yes, it's a video game character.
Yeah.
And that's, at the end of the day, it's a video game character. But these characters, we only like them and we only, like, see them the way we do is because there are aspects that we can relate to.
Yeah.
So if there's a kid... going through puberty, they have red hair, which is the worst for peach fuzz.
Mm-hmm.
You think it'd be black hair, but it's actually so fine you barely notice it. But they have red hair, and they loved Aloy in the last game because there aren't a lot of redhead protagonists.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially a lot of female redhead protagonists.
Yeah.
So you see Aloy as this like
Is Senua
beacon.
Senua's Saga a redhead?
No, she's
dark
brunette.
hair.
She's like Asian. She's like
okay.
dark haired Asian, but
Okay.
she like you see this Ireland based redhead protagonist kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah.
So kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah.
And you look up to her as like I know her story's not that deep.
Yeah.
And then you see people making fun of the beard, and you're like, wait, I have peach fuzz. And
I just think that's silly.
yeah.
That's silly. Like make fun of like
they're kids. Like they don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't know that either it's just a joke or they could take that seriously.
Yeah.
And you know they should be educated on it.
I mean, I feel like with the whole Horizon Forbidden West, I feel like they were they were kind of put in a position where they got a lower grade than Elden Ring, and like it just kind of got swept under the rug.
Do you know what game launched with Horizon Zero Dawn?
What?
Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, on the same day. Yeah, on the same day.
So I don't know if Guerrilla
Long term,
Games
it's not
just
a big
forgot
deal.
how to launch games.
Yeah.
But no, it is a big deal because if enough people don't play it. This happened with Shadowfall too.
Yeah.
Killzone Shadowfall released the same day as another way more popular game.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know if they're like, man, we're gonna crush them.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
Like they should know.
Idiots.
They should know by now.
Yeah.
Like Guerrilla, if you're watching, and I know you're not.
Yeah, you're definitely not.
But if you're watching this, stop. Just release a game on like.
Just wait a month.
Yeah, if someone's releasing a game soon, you know what you do? You spend a little extra money, put out a new commercial,
Yeah.
a little bit of editing,
Yeah.
that pushes the date back
You
3
delay.
weeks.
You delay the.
Yeah, you
like,
delay it.
that's
You
what,
delay it.
like that's what you do.
When a game as anticipated as Elden Ring comes out, you cannot release your big, like, people really do.
No, I
not
mean
give it
like
enough
I
credit.
feel like there's got to be something that we're just not seeing, because like anyone with a brain in their head knows that you got to space it out a little bit. You got Horizon and Elden Ring coming out in the same week.
I think they want to be direct. I think they want them to be direct competitors.
But
Because they're two open world games, but they're not even like the same.
not even the same. Just wait a month. Like all the Elden Ring players, like, or well, half of
The
them.
hype will die down.
Well, yeah, it'll drop off, and then they'll be like, "Where's that new giant open world game that I don't have time for?" And then you release Horizon.
I don't know if they were counting on like them releasing a finished game and like From Software somehow breaking their somewhat perfect streak of releasing finished games.
Yeah.
Because From Software is no CD Projekt Red.
No.
They finish and they test and they test and they test.
Yeah.
Their games have bugs, but to the point where it's playable.
Yeah. I mean,
Like-
the Elden Ring bug that we talked about is very minute, and like that's pretty much
Probably got
all.
patched already.
Yeah, it's probably already patched by the time you guys see this, but yeah, I mean, they usually release a quality product, and you know, to be fair,
So does Guerrilla Games.
So does Guerrilla Games.
I don't think I know a single Guerrilla video game that's like terrible.
Yeah.
All the Killzone games are great.
Yep.
All the Horizon games are good. Like, they're not to my taste, but I only stopped playing Zero Dawn because I got soft blocked. I didn't have enough arrows, and I couldn't backtrack, and I couldn't go forward. And I was just like, world's not that interesting to me.
Yeah.
But that's because if you show me a game, it's like, oh, it's a Metroid type game. Dude, yes, it's in space. Oh my god, it's got horror. Yeah, it's open world. What?
Dude.
Why take the horror of being in a confined world of like, you know, you gotta learn it and then just expand it? That's not scary. That's boring.
So
you're boring.
So just to riff off of that a little bit, I just feel like games that are linear, like, so here's the deal. I feel like a lot of us they have more to offer, and I feel like a lot of us have open world fatigue right now. I mean, there's always a new big expansive open world, and it's just like a ton of space where there's nothing going on. And it's like, you can explore, you can go over there, you can go over here. Never mind your life. Like, forget that you have things to do. Spend 100,000 hours in this open world game But like, what do they give you? They give you fetch quests. They give you stupid side missions.
And they're very repetitive.
They're very repetitive. I would much rather have all that crap taken away.
Lair, the Clockwork God, kept throwing new things at me that I didn't know how to do, and it was funny, and sometimes it was sad, and it had a genuinely like heart-wrenching moment, and then sometimes it was scary. It's like, do that. Dude. Stop giving me Ubisoft open world fetch quest simulators.
Yeah.
Like, the story's got to be really good, man.
My new thing with open world games, because there are games like Horizon's one that, and I want to talk about because it's caught my interest and I want to play it, but I don't want to sink 150 hours.
You don't have to. The story's like 8
I just
hours.
want to go straight. I want to go straight through like I did with because I just finished Miles Morales. I didn't do a single side quest on Miles Morales. I literally did all the story. I was like, this is awesome. I don't have to like think about skill trees and like I just want to play a game. That's why I'm like into Sifu sounds awesome. Like games like that are great because they're simple and they're really addictive and fun.
The only type
I don't
of like big
need
open
all the
games,
extra stuff, dude.
The only type of big open world games I think I enjoy are physics based because you can like it's never the same thing twice. So like in very loose physics, but like in Skate 3, you've got an open world. Everything skates just a little bit differently.
Yeah.
The music kicks up. Everything is built really well, and it's not a huge world.
Yeah.
You can skate it all in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, so like here's where we throw in a bit of a monkey wrench. I do kind of enjoy like city stuff. Like I don't want to use the example of GTA, but like I will in this case.
That's about all you got.
Where there's
you might as
where there's a lot of there's Watch Dogs, there's the new Saints Row coming out, there's Spider-Man, Batman.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Stop.
So yeah.
Stop proving me wrong.
Hey, did you went there? I had to take it all away.
You know what? No, I'm just gonna pull. Yeah. Go ahead, tell him I'm wrong, Luke. Just do it right. You can't tell him I'm wrong. I'm just gonna censor you.
Okay. Anyways, don't censor me.
I'll do it.
I am control of the censor button. If I want to press the censor button,
my arms are longer. I can reach it from further.
I am moving away. I'm gonna move it away.
I can still.
Oh my gosh! Dang it! No. Okay. So yeah. So just to kind of wrap it up, I would much rather have a linear game with
substance,
with good story, good gameplay, and an environment that is crafted to the very last molecule than have a ton more space and then the developer has to spend way more time in it. And then Cyberpunk's another one too. But you spend.
Cyberpunk wasn't good.
Cyberpunk is good now though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it just got a huge patch.
Oh yeah, we talked about it last week.
It's much more.
I just heard Cyberpunk and I went.
Yeah.
It's 2 now.
But yeah, I'd much rather linear path games like The Last of Us, games like Uncharted, where it's like cinematic experience, great story, great gameplay, but it's a little linear. It tells you where to go.
I like a mix of the two.
I like
an expansive level.
Like a Tomb Raider.
Like Ratchet and Clank.
You've got
a planet you can go to, but it's not a whole planet.
Yeah.
Who wants a whole planet?
Yeah.
Who asked for a whole planet?
Who?
I'm gonna find you.
Yeah.
But anyways, you go to a planet and you get an area and it's just a really well designed level with a cool environment that's unique to that.
Yeah.
And then you go to another planet that controls completely differently. And you know where that all stems back to? The biomes in Super Metroid.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
How did you go back to Metroid?
Because every game goes back to Metroid.
You just segued
the level design is top notch, cannot be beat. Now granted, the telling you where to go was kind of lax, but hey.
Okay.
I can't censor that.
Alright, are we done?
I think we're done.
Alright. So, before we go, guys, we have...
Comment of the freaking week! It's the comment of the week! It's the comment of the week!
This week's comment of the week is from 8-Bit Plus.
I hate that guy.
Unfortunately, nobody this week, but it could be you next week. So if you guys are seeing this,
the comment, screenshot the comment, and format it into our thing.
Oh yeah, I did.
Respect.
I did work, man. I made it happen. So, guys, comment please. It helps us out a lot. By the way,
comment anything. Comment a recipe from your grandmother. I don't care. Comment
that I'm ugly. Comment that I'm fat. Comment that Chris has a crooked nose. Like, say something. Like, it's not... say something, because it helps us out a lot. It actually, according to, like, updated algorithms, it actually helps us more than likes and subscriptions. Because...
Wouldn't surprise me, it's more engagement.
Yep, it's more engagement. It gets into people's feeds. So, guys... comment down below.
Dox each other. I don't care.
Literally, you can just say whatever you want
for legal reasons. Don't
and then hey, if you think of a creative one and it's one that we want to feature, you'll get even featured onto the Gaming Week in Review.
It's nice to have something to pick from. Like, you know, it could be simple. Like, hey, what's your guys' favorite movie?
Yeah.
You know, I can talk about my favorite movies.
Yeah, what's your favorite movie, or what's your favorite
food?
What's your favorite Super Nintendo game? What's your...
Well, they know the answer to that one from me.
Well, yeah, but like...
favorite Nintendo
I bet
game?
you they don't know from me.
I don't know if I know it for you. I guess we'll have to find out when someone comments.
Yes, you might have to find out.
Yeah.
Comment down below. So yeah, that's it for the comment of the week, and we are going to wrap it up. You got anything else?
What is your favorite game? I'm gonna think about that.
Yeah.
Super Nintendo.
Yeah, you'll be pondering
probably
for
something
a while.
like Price is Right.
No.
Why did you have to think about it? I'm on to something, guys. But hey, that's enough from us.
Price is Right. All right, that's enough from us, guys. If you got value, even a itsy bitsy little bit of value out of this video,
of a molecule,
just throw us a like button. I mean, come on.
And comment down below.
And subscribe with bell notifications turned on. And finally, we do have a Patreon in the description if you guys want to support us monetarily and keep the Gaming Week in Reviews going, upgraded cameras and equipment, and maybe some financial freedom so we can make another unboxing video. That would be fantastic. Link is in the description below. But with that being said, Luke
and Chris
signing out, and we'll see you in the next one. God bless.